Laser Gate Eject Operation Caroline.
Hello fellow YouTubers, WfC Stop Motioner here. Welcome to viewers new and old, and today we're doing a re-review for Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise Deluxe class Cliffjumper. This is an interesting figure. When he was first revealed, everybody was pretty mad because they were charging deluxe price, and he's not very big. I mean, here he is with Siege Hound. I mean, he's quite a bit smaller. He's about the same as far as like length goes, but he's just a lot shorter. Hound may not be a fair comparison, but still. The reason I did that comparison was because they teamed up in the first episode of G1. Now it's kind of interesting how this figure works. The alt mode is honestly great. And that's the problem. It looks too good. Cliffjumper's alt mode is supposed to look like they just went squished it. It had a very deformed look. So I'm not really sure how I feel about this vehicle mode. I love how it looks from an objective perspective, but subjectively I don't know. And there is a thing I don't like. This back part is black, then this front part is blue. Just all this is blue. So that bugs me a little bit. Not too bad, but still. You can put the gun on top if you so choose. Or come on, focus. There we go. You can take it apart. And then there's these tabs on these parts right here that you just put in that slot there. Then there's some slots on these guns, only on certain sides, right there. You just put them on that tab there. I'm a goof. Supposed to put them on this side, like this. Then you take this part and just peg it on underneath there. And then it can look like he has water skis, so he can ski along water. So that's pretty cool. I think he did that in one, maybe two episodes of G1. He wasn't really seen that much in G1, so. Anyway. He rolls pretty well. Got his Autobot symbol right there. I have to say, the red actually doesn't look too uneven despite this being painted translucent plastic. The red doesn't look too far off from the rest of the figure, so I do commend them for that. Got the front, the back. So yeah, I say that pretty much covers the alt mode. It's kind of like I love it, and I'm not a huge fan. It's really weird. So, either way, we can get on to the transformation now. And then, of course, here's another reason that this figure is very infamous. You have to parts form. So you just fold these down, And you detach this part. I don't know. I don't necessarily hate parts for me inherently, but in a circumstance like this, I think they could have avoided it. Either way, fold the wheels down. Rest of the transformation I like. You untab these right here, then you just kind of get it undone here. He locks in quite a few places, so that's pretty nice. You just fold this down. Make sure you get this lined up right. There's a tab right here. Just got to get that in just right. Now I rotate the fists. I find that makes this part attach. I don't know. I just like that better. Then I just untab these right here. I fold this down, rotate at the waist, fold these down, rotate, fold this down. And this kind of sucks. The Autobot symbol folds up in there. Fold these up, tab that into place. Then just undo this right here. So his head has a little bit more movement. I didn't know about that when I initially reviewed this figure. And that's basically the robot mode. And robot mode, I'm a little bit mixed on. It is another case where I look at it, I'm like, yeah, that's definitely Cliffjumper, no doubt about it. But there's lots of things I don't really like about it. First off, arms are really short and they're the wrong color. And then another thing that bugs me is this part is technically supposed to form his chest. You know, the back of the car is. So, yeah, I'm not too sure about that. I mean, you look at him, he's obviously not like, you look at the chest, he's not super decked out with details, but sculpting is still pretty nice on him. Now they try to say like, hey, you can use this as a shield. Yeah, that's like not protecting anything. That is way too small. Now before I attach this, I do want to go into one thing you can do with the weapons. You can kind of give them a jetpack, which is honestly pretty cool. Either way, you just take this and you peg it into the back. At least you can get it out of the way for the most part. That's where parts forming really bugs me, when you take it off to form the robot mode and then there's really nowhere for you to put it. So at least here it's fairly out of the way. So for his articulation, head, when you undo this part, can kind of go down a little bit. It is a ball joint. You do get some up and down, side to side. You can do a full 360. It's very tight though. You can do full 360 with the shoulders. You can go up, get a rotation right here at the bicep, get an elbow bend, and you can go backwards. I don't know why you'd want to do that aside from the transformation, but get a good wrist swivel, get waist rotation because of the transformation. You can kick the legs forward that far and back that far. The rotation right here. You can go out to the side. You get a okay knee bend and ankle tilt. So, despite his size, articulation is another thumbs up. So now I'm just going to get him armed up. And then I just hold this, not fold, just attach this right here and there. Just peg it into his hand. And he's ready to shoot at Megatron and miss by a mile. So here he is with Hound, and he's a lot smaller. So, I can't really think of much else to talk about. So I guess I can go in and stick him on the display. So there's Cliffjumper with my Autobots display. Oh, and I didn't mention this. I'll probably mention it when I get to the Optimus review, but he can fit in this trailer. He's one of the few figures that can actually do that. So this one is a bit of a mixed bag. It's like the alt mode is good, but in a way that's kind of bad because it's not supposed to look good. Transformation aside from attaching the back part, transformation, I think the transformation is fine. It's fairly fun and good for something this small. And robot mode looks pretty good, but there's a lot of things that are off about him. Articulation is really nice. I won't argue that. I really like the articulation. And I mean, head sculpt is really good too. I just wish the arms were a little bit longer and that his chest just looked more how it's supposed to. But at least you can store that on the back, so that's nice. So in terms of if I recommend going back and getting him, yes, I do. But again, I don't really check this very often, but if he is going for a lot online, yeah, he's not worth paying ridiculous prices for. But if you can find him for an okay price, yeah, he's still pretty cool. He leaves a lot to be desired. So, if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and God bless.